Hi, welcome everybody. Nice to see you all. Palo Santo. All right, hi. We're gonna get started tonight. I'm gonna run through all of the zodiac signs. We're gonna start with Virgo. Happy birthday, Virgo. If it's been your birthday, or it is your birthday, or it's about to be your birthday. Then Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Ophiuchus, Sagittarius, and then Aries. If you can pretty much gather that each reading takes about 10 to 12 minutes, something like that. So, you know, you could figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Libra is about the halfway point in our reading tonight. So that'll be around 10 p.m. Just basically. Anyway, happy to see you all. Let's say a quick blessing and we will just get started, all right? Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here today and in every breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. Also, if you want to see the lineup again, it's over on the Key Facebook page. I posted it earlier today. All right, what do we have for Virgo? Happy birthday, Virgo. Let's see. I got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody's having trouble making a decision about something. Not sure if it's a good idea. I have the Two of Cups under that. It's about a partnership in some way. The Two of Cups is a soulmate relationship, can be a kindred spirit relationship, friendship, something like that. It can definitely be a partnership that you have a lot of your heart and soul involved with. Not necessarily romantic, but let's see. I have the Three of Swords here. There's somebody who's contemplating ending a relationship with someone. Three of Swords, I always call it the breakup card or the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck. This is somebody who they're not seeing the growth that they need to see with a person, and so they're kind of feeling like they have to end something here. I have the Seven of Cups. This is someone who feels like they were kind of cheated by a person, or maybe kind of just fed a lot of empty promises, perhaps. And I have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This feels like it's kind of a workplace dynamic. This is kind of what I was thinking with this. This Three of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who feels like they're not being a team player, or they're not working on a team that's real functional in whatever way. And Ten of Pentacles, hang on. I have the Ten of Swords that leads to the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Swords is that it's the minor arcana of the Death card for me. It indicates also a breakup. It can be an on-again, off-again relationship, or this could be a relationship that you contemplated leaving many, many times before, but for whatever reason you stuck around, possibly because you were hoping it would add to your stability in some way. You were hoping to maybe be promoted, something like that, but it just never worked out that way. And it feels like you are severing ties with this situation, or at least contemplating it right now. It feels like it's kind of impending. But this Ten of Pentacles right here feels like someone who's about ready to experience a windfall in some way. I have the Three of Swords right here on the bottom of this deck as well, so that's twice out for this. This really does indicate an energy of having to let someone go or a situation go that was really important to you. All right, so what do I think? Yeah, okay. I have the High Priestess in the reverse, and then I have the Ten of Pentacles out again in the reverse. The thing is that I feel like you have a new opportunity that's coming towards you, and I think you kind of know that, and I think you've kind of subconsciously been, I don't know, manifesting that in some way. Maybe you've been talking to some other people about maybe some possible new opportunities or something. With this High Priestess energy, this is somebody who is a secret keeper, but they're also highly intuitive. This is someone who kind of has known for a long time that it was time to end this situation, that it wasn't creating any positive growth. This is the second time out for this Ten of Pentacles here as well. So you've already got a couple of repeats in here, which is good. This tells me that you're very clear in your mind, whoever you are, Virgo. This is someone who has thought about this situation, and you're kind of projecting yourself forward through this into an energy of stability. You're not seeing the stability you need here, therefore you feel you need to cut ties with this situation. And it feels like you've always kind of known this, but you were kind of brushing those gut feelings under the rug for whatever reason, and just kind of hoping for the best. I have the Three of Cups here. It feels like you may end up reconciling with someone from your past in order to kind of, that could be where this new opportunity comes from. And this Two of Swords, this is kind of putting you in this position to have to choose which direction you want to go. This is something that's really celebratory, though, whatever this new opportunity is that's coming towards you. And again, this could be someone that you're reconciling with from your past. But this is a fairly specific reading for whichever Virgos I'm reading for. But this really does put you in a new position of having to make a choice of which direction you want to go in. It feels like both of these individuals would love to keep you, but there's something that's more profitable, more promising for you that's on the horizon. I think that you have kind of been... I think you've been ready for a while, but also I think that you've kind of known that this was coming for a while. With that Three of Swords twice out, that really does indicate that you're ready to make a change. You know, those three swords indicate heartache, grief, and pain, and so it feels like you've already experienced that, and you're kind of ready to move through that. All right, that was your reading for the week, Virgo. Thanks for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Taurus. I'm going to use the Star Power Tarot for Taurus. All right, I have the Queen of Cups underneath this Lovers card. This is somebody who has their heart set on someone now. There's someone that, I don't know which character you're going to play in this this reading here, Taurus, but this Queen of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, but this is someone who's watching someone and really contemplating how they feel about them, thinking about it, looking at it from a different perspective. The Chariot in the reverse is a feeling of I can't move on from this situation. So the Lovers was the first card out for you, and the first card out is always the strongest. The Lovers is the card of Gemini, but this is someone who's faced with a major choice in love. This is an energy of someone who... it's kind of an all or nothing sort of energy. You could have given someone an ultimatum or something like that. Hold on. I have the Devil card that's crossing that. I'm going to be honest. The Devil card that's crossing the Chariot in the reverse is someone who doesn't feel like they can move on from a situation, and it's becoming kind of an obsession. I say kind of an obsession. I think it is an obsession. I don't know if this is your energy or if this is someone surrounding you, Taurus, but this is someone, the Devil card is the card of Capricorn, but it is, and this is something I was noticing immediately with this Queen of Cups. This person is looking at someone through a lens, maybe watching social media pages, maybe just kind of obsessively checking in on someone, and maybe you're feeling, maybe that's not the case, but maybe you're feeling those feelings in your mind, or maybe someone's feeling that way about you. I have the Eight of Wands here. This is about direct, fast-moving communication, which is so much healthier than sitting on the sidelines and just fretting about something. Good. Okay. I have the Nine of Wands and the Six of Swords in the reverse. I'm just wondering... okay, I'm going to get another deck to clarify here. I'm going to use... this Marielle Tarot, and I might use these playing cards for a minute too. I have the Nine of Wands on top of the Eight of Wands, which tells me that somebody reaches out and starts talking to somebody, or reaches out and tries to communicate with somebody, but they're immediately met with boundaries here. And I don't know if these are your boundaries or if this is somebody else's boundaries here, Taurus. This feels like somebody who you've maybe known for a while. You guys may have accumulated some... a baggage together or something, but I have the Six of Swords in the reverse, which is essentially the same thing as the Chariot in the reverse. It's an energy of stagnancy and the inability to move forward in a situation. The Chariot is more you know, holistically, spiritually speaking, or emotionally speaking. And the Six of Swords can be like, I can't physically move on. Like, you may share a home with this person and you can't leave the home or something like that. Or it's maybe you live in the same town as this person and you can't pick up and move or something like that. Let's see. What's happened? I have the Temperance on its side here. That's the card of Sagittarius, but that is someone who is really thinking about... All right, this is somebody who's kind of thinking about how some of their behaviors may have contributed to a kind of a discordant situation that's caused some kind of... I want to say separation here, but I'm not seeing separation cards so much, although that Lover's card can be someone who's being forced to make a choice here. And because I have sort of this kind of this obsessive energy, it makes me feel like someone who is restricted from contact with someone as much as they would like to be. So that's what's kind of making me feel like there's an energy of separation here. But there's someone who's really been thoughtful of how they've contributed to the situation. This is somebody who's trying to grow a lot as a person. I have the Two of Pentacles here on its side. This is somebody who recognizes that they may have been... the Two of Pentacles can be the energy of juggling more than one person, but it can also be the energy of feeling very off balance, which the Temperance card, whenever it comes out on its side like this, that's also the same energy, is someone who's feeling very off balance in themselves, somebody who's just, you know, it hasn't been their best month or something like that. And perhaps that's what caused this kind of fallout here. That's way too many. Hold on, I'm gonna keep that one, but that's it. Huh. All right, Seven of Cups for you guys too. We had Seven of Cups come out for Virgo a second ago, but this Seven of Cups is someone who all of a sudden sees a lot of their shadow sides of themselves. This person is growing a lot as a person. Yeah, that Seven of Cups is somebody who's recognizing that they're not always the best version of themselves. Yeah, and that's okay, right? And so there's somebody that, I mean, I don't know. Three of Pentacles. This is somebody who wants to pull somebody close to them, and they want to say, can we please come back together in some way? It's very specific to this Mary L. Tarot, where we have the Three of Pentacles representing a family unit of some sort. There's someone who wants to like glue things back together, like pick up the pieces and glue them back together. I have the Five of Swords. This was a verbal altercation of some sort. Yeah, and I'm feeling like we could have had a family kind of split apart or something like that. That's kind of heavy, but it's very possible. The Five of Swords, it can be like verbal bullying. It can be like that kind of win at all costs sort of energy. This can be the energy of gossip as well, but... Six of Wands and the King of Pentacles. There's somebody that wants to come in and fix everything with this King of Pentacles energy. It's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. And with this Six of Wands, there's somebody who feels like they can fix it all. They feel like they can. They feel like they can now offer the stability that's needed. They feel like they now have the energy that's needed there, or that they can now support a cause in some way. I don't know. There's somebody here who all of a sudden says, I want to be a better team player. Oh, we were going to use this. Yeah. I don't use playing cards that often, but I feel like there's like a second side of the story or something like that. Two of Swords and the Four of Wands. Oh, okay. This is an energy of some, this could be a marriage situation. We have somebody who's kind of putting themselves in a crossroads, or excuse me, Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. That's why I was saying that. So I've got the Two of Pentacles on top of the Two of Pentacles plus this Four of Wands energy, which is kind of like this awakening. But it's also about someone who wants to provide stability. They want to grow together as opposed to grow apart. There's somebody who's really recognizing where they haven't been so great in a situation and how they would like to fix something. There's somebody here who is going to reach out to somebody, and hopefully their intention is to make things better. But there's a lot of boundaries here. There's a lot of walls, and it feels like both individuals are putting up those walls. They have some baggage together, in fact. And there's someone who is really acknowledging a lot of the shadow aspects of themselves. With this King of Pentacles energy, we have somebody who wants to do things the right way. And again, they want to grow with you. And it feels like it's whoever's on the opposite side of this. King of Pentacles on top of the King of Pentacles. Very good. I love it. So I use playing cards whenever I want something that's more verbal a little bit. There's somebody that says, there's somebody here who wants you to recognize them as the person who can solve all of the problems, for one thing. They want to be acknowledged for what they bring to the table here, but there's somebody who wants to work with you. They want to know, they want you to know that they support you. And I have the Queen of Wands here. And this is somebody who has a lot of intention towards growth here as well. It feels like we have two people who are going to come back together. But it's not going to be easy because we have so many boundaries here. And we have somebody who, there's just an energy of kind of obsessively worrying about this. And now I have the King of Swords. I have a lot of characters on here and a lot of mature energies, and these people I feel are trying their best to come together and create a sense of stability between them, but there's been a lot of arguing between them lately. It feels like things are going to improve, but it's not without somebody really digging deep and looking within at how they have contributed to the situation. And neither one of these people can move on. There's a lot of mirroring here. There's a lot of obsessive feelings about this and a lot of looking from a distance kind of energy. All right, that was your reading for this week, Taurus. That was rather specific. Next up, we have Capricorn. I'm going to use this Heaven and Earth Tarot for Capricorn. I have the Queen of Swords out for Capricorn, which is someone who's very clear-sighted, knows what they want to do. I have the Eight of Swords here and the Ten of Swords. Wow, this is somebody who's not going to talk about anything until they really know what they want to do. There's this real energy. This Ten of Swords is the minor arcana of the Death card. This is somebody who they're contemplating moving on from something. I have the Nine of Pentacles, which is great. This is someone who may be starting their own business, maybe leaving one company to start their own business, or perhaps someone who's leaving a relationship behind in order to become single, something like that. This is someone who isn't talking right now to the people who are the most important to talk to in this situation. They're kind of sitting on the information until they know exactly what it is that they want to do. And then I have the Knight of Swords that comes out on its side. This is somebody who's contemplating making a really swift action, like taking really swift action. But again, they're not talking to someone about it. I was just thinking to myself, this sounds like a powder keg, and there is the Tower right there in the reverse. And yes, exactly when the Tower in the reverse happens, all I can think about as a reader is, didn't we see that coming? Yes, we did. We did see that coming. And now I have the Two of Swords in the reverse, and they do title some of their artwork in this deck. This is the Heaven and Earth Tarot, and this one is titled Peace, but we have it, it's titled Peace down here, but we have it in the reverse. And so this tells me that you're about to have to make a decision, not in a peaceful way, but under some duress, because it feels like you made a decision to leave something behind kind of in your head before you really shared it with other people maybe, and now is the time that you need to take action in this, and now we've got some kind of a sitch. So anyway, let's get another deck and let's clarify just a little bit further. I don't want to use that one. I want to use this one. I'm going to use this Tarot of Wonderland, see what we have going on here for Capricorn. Oh, I have one that's flipped over in there already. What is it? No, I can't find it. All right, it'll pop out in a minute. Let's see here. What do we have for Capricorn? I have the Knight of Pentacles. Very good. That's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. You're saying, I feel like I'm going to get a better deal at something new. There's a new opportunity coming towards you. This is something, it's not so much entry level. It's something that's like next level up. This affords you an opportunity for growth, whatever this is that's coming towards you. And I have the World card and the Three of Swords. There it is. That's probably the one that was flipped. Three of Swords is that energy of a breakup. Yes, I always call it that Ben and Jerry's card. And the World card is ending one cycle so that you can start something new. I always say that the World card is not about starting the next chapter of your life. It's about closing out an entire volume of yourself and putting it on the shelf and pulling the next volume of yourself down. So with this energy, there's somebody who's leaving something, leaving one thing, yes, for a new opportunity, yes. This feels like it's kind of, it feels a little bit like the Virgo reading in a way, but there's a lot of new opportunity for growth in this new place. Okay, what is, yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Well, I think that you're actually going to find that people are going to be more supportive of you in this decision than you expect. And I think it's because of this Queen of Cups energy with this Page of Wands on its side here. Because you are very much loved by other people. It feels like you're very nurturing, very, you have always loved people unconditionally in the past. You have done your best to give your all, give 110%, even on the days that you didn't really feel up to it. It was noticed by other people. You have been appreciated for a long time. And I think you're going to find that they're more supportive than you think. But they are, they're kind of surprised by your choice to do this, but it feels like it's something that's going to lead to other things. The Three of Cups in the reverse. Hold on. Oh, that's so sweet. Honestly, I really feel like these people are just afraid that they're not going to see you as often anymore. You could have developed some friends within this situation. That may be why you haven't been telling anybody about this move, about this change, whatever this is, because you're afraid you're going to lose friends. And don't feel that way. You're much beloved by people. And this Sun card is the card of Leo, but it's this energy of healing that comes in after having a discussion with people about your honest feelings. So go ahead and just be honest with people about how you're feeling, what it is that you want to do. They may be happier for you than you would expect, or else you may have to have a conversation, explain to them why it is that you want to do what you want to do. But I think you'll be positively surprised by how much people love you and appreciate you, and they'll be happy for your growth. And I think that I don't know why you're dreading it so much, but you know, change is hard for everyone. It's really the lack of communication that's the biggest issue for you this week. All right, thanks Capricorn for letting me read for you. Next up, we are going to read for Aquarius, first of our air signs. Let's see what we have for you guys. Two of Swords in the reverse for Aquarius. This is someone who's having a hard time making a decision about what it is that they want to do. And Three of Pentacles on its side, Nine of Wands on its side. This can be in work. I've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse. There's been a lack of clarity here, a lack of honesty, perhaps. Now we have the Nine of Wands on its side. This is somebody's like, should I let this person in? Should I not let this person in? This Three of Pentacles. It's either a workplace dynamic where you're having a hard time getting things off the ground, or else within a relationship where you just don't seem to be on the same page with somebody ever. And there's a real lack of honesty or a lack of communication here with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And that's probably contributing to the difficulty in making a decision as to what you want to do and how you want to pursue this. I have the High Priestess on its side here. You're usually someone who's pretty good, got a pretty good gut instinct, it feels like. And right now you're not really feeling that way. You're really not entirely sure what to do. Because on one hand you're saying, I'm feeling these feelings that I'm having, but I'm not sure if I should trust them because there are some things that may be triggering you from relationships or situationships past here. And then you're questioning your own judgment, saying, is that just me being triggered by things? Is that it? And I have the Moon in the reverse. No, That's not the case. Honestly, I think that you're right to question whatever this situation is, because when I have the moon in the reverse on top of the ace of swords in the reverse, this is truly someone who's not being entirely honest with their feelings. They may not be sharing all of themselves with you, or you may not be sharing all of yourself with someone else. And you'll just have to decide which role you play if this is in fact your reading at all. I have the Five of Swords here. This is somebody who... This is kind of that win at all costs, kind of brutal, like right fighter kind of energy. This can be a bullying kind of energy, verbal bullying kind of energy. But it does, honestly, with this manga tarot, this is the manga tarot, it feels like someone who wants to keep the truth all to themselves, or they want to keep their feelings all to themselves. This is someone who doesn't want to share, right? This is someone who feels like they're in a superior position if they don't share all of the details of themselves. And then I have the Two of Cups. What? All right. You're adorable. The Two of Cups. All right, Two of Cups is one of our soulmate cards, right? It's a friendship, it's a partnership, it's a love relationship. It's definitely a soulmate relationship. Let's get another deck and clarify, shall we? Let's use this traditional Rider-Waite. All right, so tell me more about this Two of Swords Aquarius. That's being at a mental crossroads and really struggling, yeah. With the Six of Swords that comes out in the reverse, you could be struggling to decide if you want to move, relocate, something like that. Do I want to move on? This is typically like a physical move, the Six of Swords, but it can also be about mentally moving away from someone or something. But you're really struggling to do so. You're struggling to cut ties with this person. You're struggling to move on. The Three of Swords in the reverse. It's like every time you break up and they come back together, and then you break up and then you come back together, something like that. It can be something that you've already kind of healed yourself from as well with the Three of Swords in the reverse, maybe because it's kind of this repeating pattern. That's why we have this Nine of Wands here, which is that wounded warrior card where we have somebody who's been burned multiple times in the past, and so therefore they are forced to put up some boundaries and some walls around themselves. There's a real lack of communication, lack of honesty. Eight of Cups in the reverse is someone who feels like they have a soul tie with somebody and they can't move on from them. Goodness. I have the Empress card. That's the card of Divine Feminine. That's also the card of Virgo. And then I have the Five of Swords again. There's this real energy of needing to win, needing to be right in this situation. Is it your need? Like, you got to ask yourself, what is it that I really need from this relationship or this situation? Because there's somebody who really needs to hold on to the truth here. There's somebody here who's not communicating clearly. And there's someone here who feels like they need to always be right. Page of Wands in the reverse. It feels like there's not a lot of passion left in this relationship or something. With this Empress energy, there's someone... That's the card of Divine Feminine, but it's also a wife, a mother. This can be a homemaker. This can be someone who owns their own business. This can be someone who runs their own empire in some way. I don't know if that's the person that's not being so honest or if that's you. This Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who... There's just not been a lot of growth with them, but you were contemplating spending a future with them, perhaps. And maybe that's what maybe that's where the lack of communication is, or maybe there was this person, you could have been married to them or could have contemplated a marriage with them. It feels like there's been a hard time letting go from them. It feels like you guys have been on again, off again, but there's been some kind of soul tie energy here. But there's this real lack of trust, and it comes from a lack of communication in each person. It feels like mirror imaging interesting here because I've got the Five of Swords on here twice, kind of looking at each other. Both people kind of holding on to everything that they have, as far as like what belongs to them, like being very, and I mean like emotionally, like they're just not being very sharing, very open about who each other might be. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is kind of like a sharing. That's funny. That goes on top of the Two of Cups over here. The Nine of Cups can be the energy of coming together after like a celebration, can be alcohol involved kind of energy. Page of Swords. There will be a message that's sent. What will happen then? King of Swords. That's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That's you. That's somebody who... no. Okay, thanks. King of Wands. This is somebody who they are... Either they send a message that clarifies things, or they send a message that doesn't necessarily clarify things, but it opens the door to communication, and then this changes your perspective on things. This kind of ignites your passion for this person again that's kind of been gone for a while for whatever reason. I'm just still not seeing a lot of communication here because this King of Swords comes out on its side, and the King of Swords is like the king of communication, right? But not today, not on his side. This is somebody who feels like they don't know what they're supposed to say. They don't know what they're supposed to think because they're still not really being honest about their feelings, about their thoughts, or something like that. And that does kind of feel like your energy here, Aquarius, because it's your card. But this King of Swords, that's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. And I have the Judgment card. This is kind of like the all in or all out kind of moment. The Judgment card can also indicate resurrection, where you thought something was dead in the water. This can be like coming back around. We have the Three of Swords in the reverse, which will kind of indicate that too, as well as a lot of these cards that indicate that you or this other person's having trouble letting go. However, this is like kind of the time, if you guys do come back together, that you are going to need to like put things out there, like almost in writing, like this is how I feel, this is what I think, this is what I want, something like that. It's nice to see that this Empress is in the upright position, because that means that this is someone who's capable of making solid choices for themselves. This King of Swords coming out on its side still isn't the greatest, because I feel like that's your energy, Aquarius, and I feel like I would prefer that you be in the upright position too, which would be you feeling very comfortable about expressing yourself, expressing your thoughts, your emotions, all of that. You're still not quite there for whatever reason. There's still kind of a lack of trust in this person, and you're not really sure there's the energy of any growth here. Although there is definitely a kindred soulmate relationship here, it's had a hard time getting off the ground, and it's because people aren't being so honest about themselves or about what it is that they want for the future. It's accumulating baggage between the two of you because there's so much because of the lack of communication. Yeah, you know, that's what happens. All right, that was your reading for the week, Aquarius. Let's see where you head next week. Thanks for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Gemini. We're going to use this vice versa tarot for Gemini. Gemini, what? This is interesting. Hold on. Okay. Put those all the way over there. So I have the Two of Cups out for Gemini too. This is an interesting theme. The Two of Cups has been kind of a popular fellow this evening, and it hasn't been uncommon for it to come out on its side here because we have people who are contemplating new partnerships. They're contemplating current partnerships, and they're contemplating new ones, especially you, Gemini, because I have the Two of Cups, and underneath the Two of Cups I have the Two of Swords. Two twos in a row. Twos indicate seeking partnership, which we just talked about. But this Two of Cups is a soulmate relationship, and it does feel, the thing is, always with this particular card, this is the vice versa tarot, there's always kind of someone or something kind of in the middle between these two, and so that's kind of why we probably have you on your side. It may be another person, it may be a situation that's kind of involved, that's kind of giving you pause for thought, whatever that is. But with this Two of Swords here, there's someone who's facing this decision. Do I want to commit to this person? Do I not want to commit to this person? Definitely contemplating what you want for your future, how much you're willing to give, how much you're not willing to give. Interesting. And this is the Four of Pentacles here. 2 + 2 = 4, right? And then we have the Emperor, which is also the number 4, which is good. You got multiples of 2 also. But we have the Emperor. This is the card of Aries, but this is also somebody who's like a mentor. They could be an older, more mature masculine energy. Doesn't have to be, but this would be the energy of someone. Hold on, I'm gonna pull some more cards for that, because I don't know, Gemini, if that's your energy or if that's this person that's hovering around you. You'll have to maybe decide, but I'm gonna pull more cards for it. With this 10 of Wands here, there's somebody who feels like, I feel like you're kind of ready to give in to this, whatever this relationship partnership is. It feels romantic. It really does. I'm not sure what the situation, what the problem is, because with this 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, that can indicate codependencies. And with the 10 of Wands right here, this is a really heavy burden. I don't know why I have such positive feelings about it. I do though. So I'm going to get a couple more cards out to clarify, because the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, it's not the best energy. I always say the 9 of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress. And when she's in the reverse, she's not a happy camper. However, she is the counterpart to the Emperor over here. So we've already got you guys being pretty equally matched here. It's just, if you are representative of this pre-Empress energy, it feels like you may be the person in this dynamic who's struggling to make this commitment, because I'm not sure why, because of this 10 of Wands that comes out on his side. That's really like an energy of too much to stand, too much to carry, too much to deal with. But what's interesting is I have this Emperor energy over here, and they're in the upright position. And so it feels like they're saying, I'm willing to be a helpful partner. I'm willing to take on some of this burden, some of this, whatever this is. And you're saying, let's see. Use this Tarot of Wonderland to clarify. I feel like there's already one of these flipped over too. All right, why do we have you? Yep. Zoinks. Okay. Well, okay. I think that the real truth is that you are wanting to move on from this situation, relationship, because the 3 of Wands in the reverse, with the World in the reverse, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, tells me you're actually feeling there's been a tremendous stagnancy in this situation. And you've been the one that's been having to carry a pretty heavy burden, and you're getting kind of tired of it. And that's why I maybe have you in this reverse, and you'll have to reverse the roles and just take it as it resonates if it does at all. But this World in the reverse is someone who feels like they can't move on, because there's like, they're feeling like they're having to like pull a boulder like through the water, like on a chain. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so weird. Like, pull concrete through the water on a big heavy chain. I don't know. That's rather specific. Like an anchor. And then with this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, this is somebody who feels like they've experienced nothing but challenge and difficulty when they've attached their energy to this other person. And this person's saying, but look, I have everything to offer you. Like, I have it all together now. And you're like, but it hasn't been that way for so long. With this 10 of Wands right here, this is someone who's really tired, and that you may be feeling like you've been the one doing all the heavy lifting while this person was just kind of looking on in the background. And you're like, yeah, well, it's been kind of like too little, too late kind of energy. And with this 3 of Wands in the reverse, that is like definitely the epitome of too little, too late. The 3 of Wands is the energy of I always call it the minor arcana of the Magician. And the Magician is like a master manifester. And when we have that energy, that manifestation energy in the reverse, this is kind of the same thing as this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, where we have like, nothing I try to do is working. I feel like I'm always trying to move through quicksand, and I can't move on with this person. Yoink. That's a technical term. Yoink. Zoinks. All right. I have the 7 of Pentacles right here. You've waited and waited for this person to boss up, and you've waited for them to release, I'm hearing like release funds, or to share in wealth or profit or something like that, and they were very restrictive in the past in some way. With this Seven of Pentacles energy, this is somebody who's saying, I don't want to wait, I don't want to have to cover things up while I'm waiting for you to figure out your business. And I have the Hanged Man, but you still are waiting. I'm still waiting to see if this person's going to get things together with this Hanged Man energy and this Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is someone who's waiting to see if what they've planted will work out, but there's not a lot of hope, right? Is this going to work? Is my plan going to work? And the Hanged Man is somebody who's almost, in this situation, almost feels like you're waiting on somebody to make a decision for you, or just waiting to make a decision. I'm hearing like, just throw your hands up in the air. You're too tired to make a decision today. Tower in the reverse. And what do we say about the Tower in the reverse? The Tower in the reverse is something that you could have predicted. The Tower is always kind of that catastrophic crisis moment. Feels like it comes out of nowhere and it redirects the course of your day or your week or your life, right? It's course correction. That's what the Tower is, but it can feel really catastrophic when it's happening. But when we have it in the reverse, you're saying, yeah, I knew this fallout was going to happen. I knew this was coming. And I knew that I needed to jump ship a while ago, but I didn't do it, and I waited to see if this would get any better, but it hasn't gotten any better, and now things are kind of falling apart. And I don't know if this has happened yet or if this is about to happen, but I think you feel the impending doom of it. So how is this going to get any better? That is the question. Gemini. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Hierophant in the reverse, and then I have the King of Wands in the upright position. Well, I'll tell you, whatever this Tower energy is here, this is... It feels like... The Hierophant's card of marriage, right? And with this Ace of Wands in the reverse, this is somebody who says, I don't have the capacity I don't have the energy for this relationship or this major commitment any longer, whatever this Hierophant is. The Hierophant can also be contracts, like heavy commitments, something like that. It's like very commitment focused energy. It's the card of Taurus. But whenever we have it in the reverse with this Ace of Wands in the reverse, this is somebody who doesn't have any sexual passion for this situation any longer. This can be somebody who just doesn't have the energy, the get up and go for it any longer. And I think you've had that feeling for a while, and I think there actually may be someone or something else that you would like to move towards instead. I just think that this other person doesn't understand that you, for whatever reason, and that you're kind of questioning like why they don't, in a way. Like, I can't believe that they don't see this coming. With this Tower in the reverse, this can be like a verbal altercation, some kind of an argument or something. This person over here with this Emperor energy, they're trying to present themselves in a way like, yes, I can help you, I can be a better partner to you, but I think that you've been around long enough that you've kind of seen it, and you kind of have made up your mind already, Gemini, as to exactly how you feel about this. And I don't think that you are going to be open to listening to what it is that they have to say. All right, I will catch up with you guys next week. If that was your reading, do drop a note down in the comments, because I don't know, that was an interesting one. All right, thank you very much, Gemini. Next up we have Libra. I'm going to use this traditional Rider-Waite for Libra. Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit on the bottom of the deck for you guys too. Seven of Pentacles is the energy of just waiting to find out, waiting to see what's going to happen. There's nothing wrong with waiting all the time. We always think we got to hurry up and go, but sometimes you have to wait for things to improve, wait for things to get better. Oh, man, this Three of Swords in the reverse has been a prevalent card as well. And the Three of Swords, it can indicate having healed from a recent ending, healed from a recent breakup or death, healed from a lot of pain that's happened. Or it can also be the energy of like somebody who just continually comes back around into your life to kind of deliver the same amount of damage. But in this combination here at Libra, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, which is an opportunity that you had been hoping would go well. It feels like you've had to cut that loose. It feels like an ending of a contract, or maybe one of those kind of budding relationships that just, it never got off the ground. You kind of had to cut it off early, but it was a little painful because you had invested some amount of yourself in it or something. I have the Empress in the reverse, and I have the Two of Pentacles here. The Empress in the reverse, that's got you upset. It really, really does, Libra. The Empress is the card of Virgo, but this can also be, I feel like you're going to be freed up to move on to something better that's going to work better for you. But right now, it doesn't feel good. Right now, it makes you feel like everything that you've worked so hard for is kind of disappearing in some way. Or you could just be feeling just not like yourself, sort of off balance. You could be having trouble maintaining all of your business, your work, your home, whatever it is that you have going on. And this could have thrown you a little bit. With that Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it was an opportunity that you thought was going to take you somewhere, and it feels like you were disappointed. With this Two of Pentacles right here, we have somebody who has a lot to keep up in the air. It feels like there's more and more coming, and you don't really have the resources that you need to make it happen. I have the Six of Cups. What? Hold on just one second. So I have the Sun in reverse on top of the Empress in the reverse. You may have been feeling a little bit depressed to the point that, and obviously I'm not a medical doctor, but you may be feeling a little bit, this will be specific for someone, but you may be feeling so depressed that you maybe want to seek some guidance for that. I'm seeing someone who may need to look into some medication, or maybe look at having medication adjusted in some way. It feels like you were kind of fixated on this situation because this person could have been a true soulmate to you, a past life relationship, something like that. This Six of Cups is the energy of kindred, soulmates, definitely past life love, someone you grew up with, or someone you would have intended to grow old with in some way. Or something that you just gave a lot of your heart and soul to. With this Chariot card on its side, you feel like you can't really move forward. You don't feel like you can move on. It feels like you're still going through the motions day to day, but there is kind of a doom and gloom sort of blanket over whoever this is because of this sort of failed new beginning or failed thing. And failed is not... It's not a thing. Like, we have Eight of Wands coming in here. It feels like a lot of people want to reach out to you and they want to talk to you. You could have been putting people off because you just don't feel like it. I've got the Star on its side here. That's the card of Aquarius. But this is somebody who's questioning, like, well, if that didn't work out, then what's it going to be? If that wasn't my person, then am I ever going to meet another person? If that career opportunity wasn't the one for me, then who am I now? Like, the Star on its side is someone who isn't really sure what step they want to take next. And the truth is that you're probably someone who is meant for greatness and meant for some really unique and incredible blessings on your path. And sometimes we go through these low times before we reach the next, I don't know, the next crest, right? And sometimes we have to put in some effort and some hard work. And I'm sure, yeah, the Strength in the reverse. Aww. And now I have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so here's the deal. I have the Strength in the reverse on top of the Empress in the reverse on top of the Sun in the reverse. And those are some pretty heavy energies. Whoever I'm reading for, whatever it is that you've recently been through, which was disappointing. I think disappointing is the word that I would prefer that you use as opposed to failure in this situation. Something that disappointed you, it didn't go the way that you were hoping to. And for some reason, you kind of have had a hard time moving on from that for whatever reason. Sometimes things get us like that. And it's really thrown you for a loop. There could have been some major depression, something like that. You didn't feel like you were going to be able to get through it or move on from it. Didn't feel like you were going to be able to overcome this energy for whatever reason. You have a lot of people that would like to talk to you. They'd like to reach out to you. You may have been putting them off for some time because you weren't sure what you wanted to say to them. We have a real shift in that energy coming up quickly. With this Knight of Swords energy, this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. And this is someone who is ready to take swift action. They're ready to change something. And it feels like like you, all of a sudden, there's like this breath of fresh air in you. All of a sudden, it's like the windows are open, the fall air comes in. There's like a crispness where you're able to kind of see clearly for the first time in a while. Let me switch decks here because we got to get out of this doom and gloom. Let's use this Hush Tarot. And I have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. What a great thing. So the Seven of Cups in the reverse is someone who is no longer being all fogged up by these veils of illusions and delusions. This is somebody who all of a sudden one day they wake up and the mirror is not so foggy anymore. There's something that comes from this situation that allows you to see more clearly, and it's been a long time coming is what I'm hearing. You may have been feeling like this for a while. I have the Hierophant that comes out in the upright position. You are wanting all of a sudden to start creating connections with people and situations in your life that you can commit to, things that you want to grow with, and you want to create just connections with people that can provide stability in your life. All of a sudden, it's like this wake-up call happens. It feels so much better. I have this Eight of Wands again here, which we have a lot of people who, once you cross this threshold into this new energy, it's coming soon. If not this week, expect it by like the first week of October. It just feels like there's a real cleansing to your energy and your space where you're blowing this all out here, okay? And with this Eight of Wands, you have a lot of people who want to talk to you. These can be new friendships, new business partnerships, people who want to hire you for things, as well as people who just want to spend time with you because you're that great. True story. Look here, let's see. Five of Wands in the reverse. Oh, this is great news. And then I have the Two of Swords here. And so with this Five of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who no longer is getting bogged down by the things of the past. They're no longer allowing other people's opinions to influence them and to bring them down. They're not allowing like chatty, talky words like gossip. I think it's gossip. They're not allowing that to affect them at all anymore. This is someone who's kind of starting to cut through the red tape, but they're also starting to just unwind from themselves, and they're no longer analyzing things so much, and so they're kind of allowing themselves to relax. I think this is you. I think that feels so much better. Now, once you move out of that space, once we have this new energy that comes in for you, we have you kind of faced with this crossroads with this Two of Swords energy, where you have an opportunity to go in a new direction, whether it's, hold on, let me see. Queen of Pentacles, good. You may have a new job opportunity coming towards you. This may be, and the Knight of Wands, and the Temperance card. You may have a new job opportunity that comes towards you. Now, you may not, it may not fully come to you until like the December time, but there will be something that, there's like some little thing that's a new opportunity that at first it's not real nailed down, but it kind of starts to improve around the December time, and it creates an opportunity for wealth in your life. I think that's kind of what's coming towards you here. I don't know why the timelines are so important here, but it does feel like December, end of November, December, when things start to improve for you financially, and it feels like you start to feel better overall by the first week of October. I don't know, that must be of significance to someone, maybe not everybody, but it does feel like you have a lot of clarity coming in, and it does feel like you've worked yourself through some kind of challenging situation here where something that you thought was going to kind of be your be-all end-all was not, and you're having to let go of that, and it's pretty painful, and that's okay, because it feels like you're working through it, and you're kind of starting to clarify in your mind what you want to do with your future. You're starting to kind of take back control. Very good job. All right, thanks for letting me read for you, Libra. Next up, we have Pisces. For Pisces, we're going to use this Artist Inner Vision Tarot. I have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh no. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse can be a few different things. Got the High Priestess in the reverse. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have a really big change here, and I'll be honest with you, I've got the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, I have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, I have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and I have the King of Coins on its side. This can be very financially driven. You may be in kind of like a panicky state or something right now where you feel like you are losing a lot of money rapidly, or you feel like there's a loss of stability in some way. You could be concerned about your home, you could be concerned about your job, you could be concerned about your savings, something like that. With this High Priestess, this is the card of Pisces, and for some reason we have you in the reverse. It could be because of all of these financial concerns. So this is your card, the High Priestess, Pisces. You're usually so highly intuitive, probably one of the most highly intuitive signs that we have in the entire zodiac. And so right now you're kind of questioning, how did I get myself into this situation? What did I do wrong? What do I need to change? And it feels like you're kind of kicking yourself for not listening to your gut instincts earlier, something like that. Or maybe letting other people's opinions guide you whenever you really just didn't feel like that was the right choice to make. And now I have the Hanged Man that comes out on its side, which is also the card of Pisces. Thank you very much for being present for your reading energetically. This Hanged Man energy is someone, whenever it comes out on its side, you're waiting on somebody else to come in and kind of help support you in this situation. I have the Star card that comes out with this. You have 3 out of 7, is that right? Yes, 3 out of 7 cards that are major arcana. So this tells me this is kind of a heavy energy for you this week. And just take it as it resonates. It doesn't necessarily mean you're losing your dog, your house, your car, whatever. No. This can just be energies. This can be worries of yours. These can be feelings that you're having, and who knows. Let's see here. With this Star card that comes out, this is somebody who says, I know that we have a better opportunity coming along. This is someone who says, we need to trust that this is going to get better. And also, how the heck did we get here is kind of what I'm feeling. And how do we make this better? You have a higher perspective that you're looking at here. And I have the Page of Cups that comes out in the reverse here. We could have also a fallout because of the stress that is this situation where we have an argument between people and someone needs to extend an offer of friendship, kindness, love, support, something like that. We have here, let me just break it down. Let's break it down. Let's grab this Star Power Tarot, because I've got you. It doesn't look like the most positive spread, but again, I feel like no doom and gloom from you. I really feel more of this energy of like positive action taking kind of Pisces. It feels like, okay, now that I have this information, now that I'm feeling these feelings, what do I need to do to not sit in this energy any longer? There's like a very proactive feeling to you, Pisces. It doesn't feel like you're taking this like lying down at all. I've got the 9 of Wands. Oh boy. The Sun, good. That's probably why. And the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. So this 9 of Wands, this is an energy of someone who's the wounded warrior, right? This is somebody who's seen it all before. You kind of did expect this in some way. You kind of not expected it, but you anticipated it. And so it feels like you're not the only one involved in this situation. I don't know if this is at work. I don't know if this is in your home life where you are experiencing some kind of financial instability or some kind of struggle in some way. It feels like you've done your best to put all of the right steps into place. It feels like you've done your best for a long time to make sure that you were saving, or that you were monitoring spending, or monitoring how things were set up within the company, whatever it was. It feels like you've done a lot of hard work. And so I don't know if these fears with this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse and this 8 of Pentacles in the reverse and this Page of Pentacles in the reverse are all founded, or if that is just kind of like worries of yours this week. I have someone, this could be you arguing with a spouse or arguing with a partner about money as well. And this could be someone having spent some funds that you didn't know about, with this High Priestess in the reverse as well. Now, it does feel like with this Sun card that comes up in the upright position right in the middle, that's the card of Leo. We have someone who wants to fix the situation. They want to make it better. There's a real focus on growth, and there's a focus on healing this situation for you and the other people in this dynamic. It's kind of like, well, here we are. So how do we get through this? How do we make this better? Now, interestingly, with this Nine of Wands, this Six of Pentacles in the reverse, I'm hearing somebody, and this feels like you, who's saying, I knew this person wasn't going to pony up with the goods. I knew this was going to go this way. I wish I had listened to myself sooner. With the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, this is you recognizing that you're not going to get what you should have gotten out of a situation. It's almost like, yeah, I knew they weren't going to uphold that contract. Yes, I knew that they overspent on that account or something like that. And I have the Two of Pentacles. It always leaves you scrambling. It feels like it always leaves you kind of left holding the bag and having to like rob Peter to pay Paul or something. You're always the one left having to deal with that. Well, Temperance on its side, and I have the Ace of Wands. Well, I have to be honest. I don't think you're happy. I think you're kind of upset. And while you're coming from this real higher place, because honestly, your energy feels like very mature. It feels like, but it does feel a little bit self-righteous in the sense that, like, yeah, you did see this coming. Yeah, you did expect this from this person, and darn it if they didn't prove you right. What I mean is it comes from an authentic place, right? And it feels like you're kind of upset. You may be kind of putting your hand up to this person saying, I just don't want to talk right now. I just don't want to deal with it. I have the Temperance card on its side. That's the card of Sagittarius. And this is someone who's examining their habits, their daily routines. You're getting out the books and you're looking at them closely. You're looking at the table of contents of like the spreadsheets of sorts, you know. And with this Ace of Wands, this is a potentially inflammatory situation, and you just don't want to fight about it anymore. You do not. Alrighty, anything else you want to say? Golly. I have the Ace of Pentacles here. Okay, so there is a way. I feel like you always have the solution. This is what I mean about you, Pisces. It feels like you always are the one who has to dig deep for something, like dig deep down into your pocket or something like that. But you are the one who creates these brand new opportunities for yourself or for your family or for this corporation or whoever, whatever this is. The Ace of Pentacles is my favorite card to get in any reading because it's a solid offer. It's a deal you can take to the bank, and it comes from a very authentic place. You maybe are being asked to help someone out this week financially. You may be the one who has to dig into your savings to cover for someone else's spending, or you may have to be someone who finds the solution. But whatever the case is, it does feel like, Pisces, you are successful in that. It does feel like you are able to solve the problem or come up with the solution or be the superhero of the day. Womp womp. I know. Congratulations. You're a great guy. You're a great girl. Very good. I think that there's just kind of an energy of frustration with you coming towards other folks and some of the choices that they're making that are affecting you. I can see that it's got you thrown for a loop a little bit here, but it really does feel like it's you seem like such a natural leader, whoever I'm reading for. It feels like you're kind of used to having to pick up these pieces for people very often, and you do grow weary of it, but you're very good at your job, whoever you are. Good job taking care of others, and good job always being prepared. Wow, look at you. All right, that was your reading for the week, Pisces. I will catch up with you guys soon. Next up, we have Cancer. Let me take a drink of water because my throat's a little scratchy. All right. We're going to use this Deviant Moon deck for Cancer. All right. All right, we have the Hangman out for Cancer, which is also the card of Pisces. So the Hangman is someone who's waiting to make a decision. They're waiting to take action. They want to wait until they know what they want to do. They want to wait until the right solution presents itself. crossing that, I have the Nine of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, excuse me, which is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. And this can be an opportunity that's presenting itself towards you, and you're trying to decide, is now the right time to take action on that? Is now the right time for me to move towards that? Oh, yes, I will clarify with another deck in a second. I've got the Page of Pentacles. Somebody's about to make you an offer. This could be an offer of career. This could be an offer of finance. I have this Five of Wands right here. This is somebody where you're going to have to make a decision. Do I stay? Do I go? And you're making columns. You're making lists of like, it's that analysis card where you're saying, what are the pros and cons of each one of these opportunities? It does feel like you're being possibly presented with a new job opportunity. I have the King of Wands here. Very good. King of Wands is a mentor, but if you look specifically to this Deviant Moon deck, this person's surrounded by children. You could work with children. You could be a mentor. This could be an opportunity for you to teach. This could be an opportunity for you to expand your business in some way with that King of Wands energy. Let me get this Tarot of Dreams, yeah, by Cyril Marchetti. Because this looks good. I think that you, well, why bring it up at all? I mean, this looks like such a solid opportunity. Why are you on your side here? Whenever I have cards that come out on their sides as opposed to in the upright or in the reverse, it tells me that you aren't sure about something, or that we have a change that's about to take place. And so we're waiting for the shift to happen one direction or the other. When you come out on your side like this, Cancer, it feels like, I'm just not sure why you're unsure. Let's find out. How about that? Oh, I have the Knight of Cups. Ooh, okay. There's something that you would have to leave behind that you love very much. And this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy with that Knight of Cups. So that's you. And I have the Hierophant card in the reverse. And they do title some of their artwork in this Tarot of Dreams as well. And that this one says faith. I feel like you have a little bit of a lack of faith in yourself, that you're going to be able to have the energy for whatever this is that's being presented towards you. I'm not sure why you feel that way. And there's also this pull at your heart a little bit about having to leave behind one place to go towards another. But this really, or there could be the energy of trying to wait to decide about this until you know more about it, until you know more about what's going to be required of you, maybe emotionally, mentally. You're kind of questioning, like, is this going to be good for my mental health in some way? With this Hierophant card here in the reverse too, you're double checking contracts. And if you aren't, make sure you are. If this is a new job opportunity that's coming towards you, double check all the contracts, look at the fine print at the bottom, and check your schedule. Six of Swords comes out on its side. This is something that may require you to move, may require you to relocate in some way, or this could be something that presents you with an opportunity to relocate. The Six of Swords is all about physical relocation, but it can also be about moving on mentally and emotionally from a situation. It feels like you're contemplating what that would look like in your life, whether that's one way or the other. And I have the Four of Swords. You're very tired at this point already, for sure. The Four of Swords indicates needing to take a break, needing to take a rest, needing to settle down for a little while. You're really in a great place already. For the most part, but you're someone who could use a little bit more downtime in your life. So that's why I think that must be why you're encouraging yourself to check your schedule, check the fine print of this contract. What are the hours going to be like of this new opportunity? Like what's that going to look like? Because you're already saying, I'm already tired. What's that? Ten of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, for sure. Like you burned out a long time ago. This Ten of Wands is always like burning the candle at both ends to me. But whenever we have it in the reverse, you're saying, yeah, that's how I've been feeling for a very long time. You're exhausted already. You could already use a break. And so this new opportunity, I think that's why maybe that's why you're considering this new opportunity at all, is because you need that. You need a little more time in your schedule to rest or something. And I have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody, do not get yourself into a position where you are, this is me being bossy. You see me wagging my finger here, Cancer. Make sure you are not getting yourself into a position where you're going to be juggling more than you're able, because you're very good at multitasking and you don't like to let people down. You are someone who likes to give and give and give, and sometimes it can deplete you. And we see that that's already happened here with that Ten of Wands in the reverse, as well as with this Four of Swords energy here. And so we know that that's something that we need to look at, as well as just the potential for having too many balls up in the air, right? For sure. All right. So I think that these are just the things that you're cautioning yourself with here, Cancer. But the truth of the matter is I do feel like you have a contract that may be coming towards you. It doesn't look like it's a huge offer. However, it is something that gets you in the doorway of a place that you can grow with. This Page of Pentacles, I always say that they're like the freshman in college card, where they work their way up from being the page to the knight to the queen to the king, and then eventually the emperor. All the other pages, the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Page of Swords, they all stay pages, but the Page of Pentacles is someone who works their way up the career ladder until they see themselves in the way that they want to see themselves. And this new opportunity, whatever this is, offers you a lot of growth potential, especially with that King of Wands energy. And it's something that you're really attracted to, and something that will be a really good fit for you. But I think you're just cautioning yourself to really double check, will this schedule work for me? Because you're tired already. That was your reading for the week, Cancer. Thanks for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Scorpio. Let's use this Marielle Tarot for Scorpio. It's 10:10 on the clock for Scorpio. All right. All right. We have the Two of Cups. What? And the Knight of Pentacles. Good. And the Six of Wands, and then I have the Justice card on its side. So the Two of Cups is that soulmate relationship. It can be a partnership as well. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it can be. You know, it feels like this is kind of the yin to your yang, that kind of energy. Scorpio, we have this King of Pentacles on its side here, where you have kind of set yourself up for a lot of positive financial gain over the next few months. You can expect to see like contracts rolling in. You can expect to see money coming in. Expect to see things that you worked for a long time ago starting to come back in now. Karmic benefits, as well as just like old debts being repaid to you, things like that. With this Justice card, that's the card of Libra. I feel like this is going to be more timeliney here, but hold on, we'll look at that in a minute, because that can indicate contracts coming your way. It can indicate legal matters, paperwork that needs to be signed. That could be an important energy for you this week. With this Six of Wands coming out on its side, more about this. This Six of Wands is an energy of, it can be popularity. It can be an energy of being very magnetic to other people. It can be an energy of winning and being very successful. Whenever it comes out on its side here, Scorpio, I'm going to pull a few cards for it in a minute. The King of Cups, hold on. That's your card right on top of that. It feels like there's a lot of potential success here coming towards you, but it's sort of dependent on the people around you. There it is. And with this King of Cups, this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy right here in the middle. It feels like you've been a mentor in some way here on a team for a while. And this is so funny. I keep hearing, I'm not sure if everybody likes me. You may be feeling kind of insecure in a friend group or in a workplace dynamic. It feels like you're someone who's kind of in charge of a situation, maybe in charge of a team, something like that. It could be that you are working with a superior very closely, and there could be like some power struggle dynamics here as well. I have the Queen of Cups right next to the King of Cups. Again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. We have a real pair here where we have one person that maybe isn't having the best week emotionally. Is that a nice way to say that? This person maybe they may be having a tough week and you may be having to pick up some of the slack. I just turned your card in the reverse now. And that may be kind of throwing you off. Just expect this week, Scorpio, if you are working on a team with some people and you're having some struggles with another coworker or possibly even a superior, just remember that not everybody has a great day every day, and cut each other some slack, because you would love that treatment for you if you're ever having a bad day too. I'm hearing like, yeah, but it's hard to put up with. Yes, it is hard to put up with sometimes, but try to, you guys are a real pair here. You typically work well together. We've just got somebody who's having a bad week, it feels like. Let me get just a couple more out with this deck real quick. Ah, bummer. Okay. Oh, okay. So it kind of feels like this is kind of specific, Scorpio, but it does kind of feel like this Queen of Cups in the reverse may say something maybe about you, or maybe about your work, or something that's kind of cutting, some kind of cutting remark, and something that kind of makes you question. It maybe brings out some of the insecurities that you had kind of like deep down inside, maybe, and it kind of gives you pause for thought, and it makes you question who you've allowed into your life. Like it could, I'm seeing like kind of this spirally kind of thing. These things happen sometimes. Sometimes people aren't that nice, and sometimes they have bad days and they say things that they wish that they could retract later on, and then sometimes they can't, and that kind of feels like the case here, Scorpio. But this Ace of Cups it can be kind of like a loss of self-esteem in a way, but you know how she's holding this snake here. It feels like keep your friends close and your enemies closer kind of energy, or really it's kind of this energy of I can't believe I trusted them, or something like that, because this is somebody that you viewed as a partner in your life, or a partner in your work career, and it feels like this person may have helped you get to the position that you're in. They could be in a mentorship position, or you could be the mentor in this position, but there is something that's having you kind of question contracts, and also question the fairness of situations. Question like, saying like, I've done all of this and this person's taking the credit for it, or something like that. That could be kind of what's going around here. Let me grab this Chicoli deck real quick. I have the Empress card. Yes, that's the card of Virgo, but you're saying, I think you're saying, I have done all the work here. I've really, really done a lot of the work, and I've put up with a lot, and it's actually been way more. It's like way above my pay grade is what I'm hearing with this Nine of Swords. This could have made you have to work, like pull all-nighters, or do things that were uncomfortable, that caused discomfort for you somehow, that was like way above and beyond. And this is someone who's saying, I've been the one who's really been running this ship the entire time, but this person's taking credit for it, and this has you kind of wanting to separate yourself from this partnership and go it alone. It could be you starting your own business or something like that, kind of going off on your own singularly, because of this irritation with this partnership. Now, yeah, this can be a fallout in a situation, and it causes you to have to really write some angry words, not angry, writing furiously, or furiously writing, I don't know, but this Three of Cups in the reverse, this could happen at like a gathering, and kind of be like an overheard kind of energy. Three of Cups in the reverse can also be a third party situation, where we have like an energy of gossip, or an energy of three people kind of gossiping, or something like that, or it could be someone who's kind of trying to cause issues between you and this other person, for whatever reason. But this causes you to have to write some words that are a little frustrated, a little angry, and a little bit miffed, to say the least. And with this Page of Swords in the reverse, this is a message you wish you didn't have to send at all. And and I have the Moon card, unfortunately, and it comes out in the reverse. There are like a lot of secrets coming out about a situation all of a sudden, and things are kind of bubbling up to the surface. This can be inner child woundings that all of a sudden this kind of irritates, and you're looking at within yourself. And do always, I always encourage people, like if you ever have to talk to someone about something that's difficult, or you know there's going to be some kind of conflict or some kind of challenging conversation for you, take a minute and pray first. Ask for the right words. Ask for your higher self to engage and help you write the right words that are going to be anti-inflammatory but get your point across in the most mature and the most sensitive of ways. All right. And I'm sure that you will, because you're smart. I have the Six of Cups here. This has you moving on towards something that you're much more suited towards, and it feels like you are probably going to be faced with an opportunity to align somewhere else and with someone else too. It could be soulmate relationship coming towards you here. It's like one soulmate into another. And there's also this energy of forgiveness that comes with that Six of Cups for you. With this other person, it feels like you getting these words out, and there is this recognition that this person is kind of a counterpart for you. And there's a thing called unconditional love that's a real thing, where sometimes we forgive people for having shitty weeks, and we say, I understand that we don't always make the right choice, and I forgive you. That may be what happens here with this Six of Cups, because it's undeniably a soulmate relationship of some kind. You've got it out there twice. And because we have this Empress card out here for you, Scorpio, this is someone who's definitely comfortable being the bigger person. Also with that King of Cups energy, that's someone who's been a mentor, an emotional mentor for other people. This is somebody who really gives people a lot of opportunities to do the right thing, because you're someone who loves unconditionally. But you do, Scorpio, you do have a hard time expressing your own emotions. The King of Cups is someone who keeps their emotions very closely guarded. They don't really express themselves too often. You have a tendency to express yourself more logically, very similarly to that King of Swords energy we were talking about earlier, where we had somebody who needed to send a message that wasn't necessarily comfortable, but it was honest and truthful. That really resonates very much with the Scorpio energy as well. You can be very cutting with your words, but they come from a very deep place that oftentimes you wait to express until you just can't take it any longer. This may be one of those weeks, so I just encourage you, yes, to just really be contemplative about what you say before you say it, and I'm sure you will, because you're smart. Thanks for letting me read for you, Scorpio. That was your reading for the week. Next up, we have Ophiuchus, and if you are an Ophiuchus, you would have been born between November 29th and December 17th, I believe. Alrighty, let's see what we have for Ophiuchus. Oh, we got the Ace of Pentacles. Yay for Ophiuchus. That's my favorite card to get in any reading. We also have the Palace of Swords, which is pretty awesome for you guys. This deck, this is the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti, and it includes like an extra 6 or 7 cards in it, and these Palace cards are very much... they're just evocative of the suit that they represent. Like they're like the epitome of the suit that they represent, right? There we go. Those are the words we're looking for here. With this Ace of Pentacles, this is a brand new opportunity that gives you a lot of room for growth. There's a lot of communication coming into you about whatever this opportunity is. This is something that allows you possibly to move into an area of study. This could be someone who has their eye on you for promotion, like big time promotion or something. Oh my goodness. And we have the Tree of Life that comes underneath that, Ophiuchus. Wow. So this is another one of those extra cards, but this is someone who is like, I'm hearing like spiritual upgrades. Like this is kind of a big deal for you this week, Ophiuchus. This is going to be a very positive week for a lot of growth for you. I can't wait to clarify what this is going to be for you, because these are probably some of the highest, energetically highest cards we have in this deck. I've got the sun in the reverse. You're like, well, great. So the sun in the reverse is someone, oh, I see. We have a lot of positive growth for you coming this week emotionally and mentally. That's the situation here, Ophiuchus. It feels like you're transitioning, major transformations. We're talking about like shedding your skin. It could be, it's like beyond a glow up. It's like someone who, like all of a sudden you've really transitioned and moved into someone or a new phase of life, moved into a greater version of yourself. But with that sun in the reverse, it's taken a long time. With this Five of Cups, wow, you've been through it. With that Five of Cups, this is an energy of someone who has really dealt with some battles, with some addictions, with some challenging relationships. And it feels like you're moving out of that space right now, and you're kind of transitioning into a space of freedom and in a time where you are forgiving yourself, forgiving other people. With this Nine of Swords, this could be an energy of nightmares, bad dreams, sleepless nights, heavy anxiety. It feels like it's all surrounding a lot of clarity that's coming for you this week. I have the Four of Cups, where you've really been questioning who you are. You went through something that caused some damage to your self-esteem in some way. You may have been relying on, again, addictions, toxic relationships to move you through this cycle in your life or this time of your life. There could have been an energy of you not being able to get out of bed or not being able to get out of your own head. It feels like all of a sudden you're starting to focus on what's important, and you have been for a while. I feel like you've been through all of these things already, and we're just about to experience a major shift. You have a reconciliation with a friendship or with someone that you parted ways with some time ago, with that Three of Cups and this Three of Swords in the reverse energy that's coming back around. It feels like you've had to go through a major shift and a major change to get to this point, and now we have a new beginning and a new opportunity that's going to be very, very substantial in your life. And this is really heavy stuff here, Ophiuchus. Got the Five of Wands in the reverse. Good, good, good. This is you no longer having to worry about things the way that you were worrying about them before. Financial worries, no longer. Emotional worries, no longer. This is you really leveling up in a way that I'm kind of astonished by. This is you, I think you're going to be really surprised by, I know, what a great week for you, right? It's like whole new you. But no, I'm serious. Like, it feels like you've really worked hard to put yourself into the position that you have. You've made a lot of major changes in your life. It has not been easy to do so. You have battled with a lot of your own demons. You've battled with other people's demons. You've worked through hard times. You've fallen on hard times, and you've worked through it. It feels like there's been a lot of change in your life over the last 3 years, 2 to 3 years, and it seems like it was not at all easy. And now all of a sudden we're about to have a shift where we're moving from one way of being, one state of being, into another. Let me get another deck of cards to clarify my goodness. Yeah, I guess no. Let's use this traditional Rider-Waite. Two of Pentacles on its side. Hold on. Oh, wow. This is interesting. Okay, so with the Five of Cups, I've got the Five of Cups twice out here. But with this Two of Pentacles that comes out on its side, this is something that I was thinking about just a second ago. I was like, oh my gosh, it's almost like this person goes from living like very three-dimensionally, like very hand-to-mouth, very, very one foot in front of the other. It's almost like moving out of crisis mode into like a state of almost like heaven on earth, almost moving from like the three-dimensional into the fifth dimensional, and kind of somebody who kind of levels up in that way, where we've had like an entire shift of consciousness. That's where it is. Yes. Now we have the Five of Cups on its side. This tells me that I've got 5, 5, 5 right here all in a row. And this is somebody who is looking at, for a long time, you've been really focused on the past, Ophiuchus, and I don't know why that is. I don't know why that was. It seems like there was a lot of damage done here somehow, either by you or to you. I don't know, maybe both, some of it all. And you really were focused on that for a long time, and you were really contemplating what that did in your life, what it did to other people. You were hard on yourself. You may have been hard on other people, but there was just like a lot of emotional, almost like, and obviously I'm not a medical doctor, but like almost like emotional insanity, where you were just kind of putting yourself through the same hells every single day for a very long time. And it feels like you've kind of finally shed that layer, kind of taken off that massive, heavy, like I'm seeing there's like a matted fur coat of debris, and saying like, no more. I feel like I can walk out of that. I feel like I'm ready to release that. I'm ready to move on from that. Really healthy, positive energy. I like it. And I have the Two of Wands here. Now we have somebody who all of a sudden is saying, you know, I think I might be ready to start looking out towards the future. I may feel well enough to seek partnership now. I may be somebody who feels like I can move forward in my life now. And now that goes right on top of that Three of Cups, which is kind of this reconciliation energy, where we have somebody that is, we could have friends coming back into your life. We could have loved ones, past love relationships coming back towards you, especially with that Three of Swords in the reverse. I've got the Strength card. This could be a Leo, but this Strength card is someone who's leveled up. You've been through very challenging battles, because we never have to be strong unless there's a reason, right? You don't have to be brave unless there's something to be brave about. And that's what that Strength card kind of indicates. Somebody who's gone through it, somebody who's seen the other side. This other person coming towards you has too. With this Page of Pentacles in the reverse, it goes right on top of that Five of Cups, where we had you kind of having a lot of false starts. It could have been financially, could have been in work, could have been in relationships, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason why nothing you were doing could ever get off the ground for whatever reason. One second. and the reason for that is because you were meant for something else. You were meant for what's right now, what's coming right now. Ten of Swords on its side, which is the minor arcana of the Death card. But this is like major transformations and transitions that you're having to make here with the Ten of Swords. This is someone who is battling these on again, off again relationships. You're cleaning out old issues. You maybe have gotten yourself some therapy. Maybe you've gotten some of these inner child woundings out. Maybe you are letting go of just any kind of toxicities, maybe some addictions in your life, something like that. And cutting these energies, these toxic energies out is what is propelling you forward. If you, and I get the impression that some of you have already moved through this and you are just about to turn this corner here. And there are some of you who are just coming up behind that, just coming up and just now getting to the point where you're ready to make those changes and ready to cut those situations out. I have the Page of Cups in the reverse. There are some of you who may have to apologize to some people, or you may have to forgive some people one way or the other with that Page of Cups in the reverse. And that goes with that Three of Cups and that Three of Swords in the reverse. You may have other people coming towards you wanting to apologize to you. And again, this could go vice versa. So just expect some of these things this week. And I have the Queen of Cups here. This is all about unconditional love, and you know it now for sure. Now, this Queen of Cups is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, but beyond that, this is someone who all of a sudden recognizes what that means. This is that leveling up. This is that soul evolution, where all of a sudden you can say, it's okay for me to forgive this person. It's okay for me to let this person back in. It's okay for me to be friends with this person. And sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes we should keep people at an arm's length, but really and truly, I think you've learned a lot about what love actually is, right? And I think that this is a major shift in consciousness for you. You have, just be expecting a lot of financial opportunity to come towards you, love opportunity to come towards you, friends coming back towards you, and having opportunities to heal relationships. There is just an entire leveling up that's about to happen here for you. And it feels like a lot of you are cutting out addictions and toxic relationships, if not now, very, very soon. And that's what's allowing kind of this leveling up of energy. And you're going to experience a lot more peace and a lot more balance. It feels like a lot of the hardships that you've experienced in the past are dissipating to the point that you won't even remember you ever experienced them in the first place. They'll just be kind of gone with the wind. And that was your reading for the week, Ophiuchus. Thanks for letting me read for you. I wish I was you this week. Next up, we have Sagittarius. We're going to use this Artist Inner Vision Tarot real quick. I got the Ten of Swords out for Sagittarius. Excellent, excellent. Ten of Swords is the minor arcana of the Death card. For me, it can indicate an on-again, off-again relationship. This could be that you may be contemplating going back towards someone that you have ended things with previously. Or this could be a situationship or relationship that you're always contemplating leaving, but you never quite do it. Let's look. I have the Six of Cups. This person's a soulmate relationship for you. That's probably why you're not moving forward and you're having trouble making a change here. The Six of Cups is a soulmate relationship that can indicate a past life relationship. It can indicate someone that you grew up with, someone that you've known for a long time, someone that you would intend to grow old with, something like that. Well, that's the Six of Cups. And I have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and I got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Here's the thing, you're not seeing the growth that you need to see, and it feels like I'm hearing choking around your neck, like it's a weight around your neck. I don't know why that, but this is somebody that you feel like you are stuck to, like you can't, it's not getting any better, and you feel like you can't make a change here. Like it's beyond your control, and you feel like it's starting to choke you, starting to weigh you down in some way. I have the Ace of Pentacles out for you guys too. You know that there's a better opportunity out there for you somewhere, but you're not letting go of this person because of the soul ties that you have. You give this person opportunity after opportunity to prove you wrong, and yet they never do. I have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. There's the potential that when you are together with this person, that you tend to overdrink, or because the Nine of Cups can be an energy of overdrinking. It can also be an energy of heartbreak, or you know, a lack of wish fulfillment. Like perhaps you had kind of set your sights on this person as being like a long-term partnership or friendship or pairing in whatever way for you, and it just never does get off the ground. It never grows into what you need it to grow into in order to feel secure in this relationship. And it feels like you've given it time and time and opportunity after opportunity, and it's never getting any better. And you know that it's now time to exit. And now it's time for a swift exit. Tens are cycles of completion, and this Ten of Swords, when it comes out as your very first card, Saggy, you know what you need to do. You know that you have to move on from this, but it's really, really hard when we're faced with these soul connections, for sure. Now, let me get one more out with this deck. I've got the Judgment card. Very, very good. Love it. So the Judgment card, it can be the energy of resurrection, but it can also be that light bulb moment that comes with that resurrection. It could be that this is the last time you get back together with this person, or the last time you allow this person to take up residence or space in your life at all. But whenever you do, this will be the time that you make the final call. This Judgment card is the light bulb moment. It's the wake up call. This is definitely having something switched on. This is your understanding being illuminated. All right, let's use this Tarot of Wonderland. Sagittarius, why? All right. Why do you keep them? I've got your card coming out here, Temperance, right on the side. So basically, here's the thing. With this relationship, it's not that there's necessarily anything wrong with this relationship here. It's just that there's not really anything right about this relationship for you. This person's a great person, but for some reason, they don't really put you into the upright position. They don't really put you into the reverse. They pretty much bring very little into your life whenever you really, really look at it. You're saying, you know, I just don't feel like I get that much out of it. I don't know. There's probably a better choice for me out there. We know that with this Ace of Pentacles. And it feels like because you haven't seen any growth, you know that it can't really move forward. However, nothing really bad has happened here. Well, that's great. So I have this Ace of Cups that comes out and I have this, oh, snap. Is it possible that you and or this other person may be using each other as a placeholder until the right person comes around? What? Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like here. Or it's either that or else you're waiting until this person shows you a more authentic version of themselves and you feel comfortable showing that back to them. But basically I have this Seven of Pentacles here where we have someone here who's waiting to see if all the effort that they've put into this situation is going to change it at all. It feels like you've tried before. It feels like you have given a lot of yourself to this other person in the past, and for whatever reason you still haven't seen the growth that you need. I don't know, this may be the week that they surprise you, but with this Ten of Swords and this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it does feel like a very cyclical relationship where we have these ups and downs and these like retractions and like this 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing. And it feels like both of you know that there's a more solid opportunity for both of you out beyond the realms of this relationship. For whatever reason though, what keeps you coming back here, Saggy? What keeps you from moving forward here? I see. It's because you are waiting on something else. You're waiting to see if this improves, but I think that we've been through this. You may be waiting on another person. This is the Three of Wands is the energy of manifestation. It's the minor arcana of the Magician. And I've got the Sun card that comes out on its side here. Quite honestly, I mean, I'm not going to be all judgy about this situation. I mean, you do you, Saggy, but it really feels like this time around is the time that you make a decision as to who you want to be, how you want to be, and if you allow this person into your life any longer. I feel like you've waited long enough to see the changes that you need to see. I think you haven't seen them. I think there's this energy coming from you that just says, how about we walk away from this nice and neat and cleanly, all healed, without doing any damage to one another, so that we can all move on here. Wow. And I've got the Fool card right on top of that because there's this energy of wanting to start something new, wanting to try something different, wanting to jump down a different kind of rabbit hole here. All right, that was your reading for the week, Sagittarius. May I applaud your emotional maturity and your candor. My goodness. Interesting stuff here. If this was your reading, love it, love it, love it. Sagittarians, you guys are the coolest. You're just known for you know, kind of being the life of the party, but being very impulsive. Impulsive in a good way, like that Fool card, someone who'll just kind of dive off into anything. And a lot of the time it works out well for you, Sagittarius, because you are blessed with very good luck. All right, much love to you all. I'll catch up with you soon. Last up for the night, we have Aries. Thank you guys for hanging in there as long as you have Aries. Let's see how you guys are doing tonight. Page of Wands coming out on the side, trying to decide if you want to reach out and send a message. This could be a message of curiosity, a message of flirtation. Maybe someone's feeling this way about you. There's somebody, let's look a little further. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy with that Page of Wands. And we have the Four of Cups. Are you feeling bored? Four of Cups can be an energy of boredom, can be an energy of I don't want what I've been offered in the past. I'd like something different. This is somebody who's saying, How much longer is it going to take for something to improve? It feels like you're a little impatient right now, Aries. You may be sending a message, maybe considering sending a message, and I'm hearing like maybe prematurely, or this could be an energy of like kind of jumping the gun on something because you're getting tired of waiting on something. Yeah, you are. You do not want to be here anymore. We go from the Four of Cups to the Five of Cups, and it looks like this. Are you kidding me? Maybe you are just kind of experiencing a really stressful time where you have people like breathing down your neck, like begging you to get things done, and you don't have the resources that you need, and so you're kind of struggling to wait for it to happen. There's this kind of energy of I can't wait any longer for this. I don't want to wait any longer from this. I'm miserable waiting to contact this person, or I'm miserable waiting to get my needs met in some way. You could be having somebody yelling at you a lot, oh no, or nagging at you a lot, and you're tired of listening to it, and it's making you want to act impulsively and send a message, but you're really trying to check yourself here. With this Two of Wands, this can be seeking new partnership. This could be someone who is like got to get themselves out of a situation that looks pretty ugly, to be honest, and move into a different space where they can plant some new seeds, plant some new intentions. All of a sudden, my tummy just got really upset for you. I have the Knight of Wands. Man, we got a lot of Wands energy on here. Knight of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This is somebody who says, I'm going now. Again, very impulsive energy with this Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is someone who's highly sexually passionate, but they're somebody who like sees something that they want, they go after it, and they don't think about it before they do it. Same thing with this Page of Wands. I always say that the Page of Wands is like a child left unattended with a box of matches. Who knows what will happen? Obviously something will. This is somebody who knows that their actions could be really inflammatory. They know that by sending a specific message, it could cause like a real problem. But there's somebody who kind of can't take it where they are right now, and so they know they have to do something. They have to get out. It could be a message. It could be about seeking new partnership. This could be in love. This could be in work, something like that. But it's just a very toxic dynamic, whatever this person is in. And so I want you to get out of it too. I really do. Let's use this Chicoli deck to clarify here. I just glanced over here, and we have this Nine of Pentacles here, and I have the Two of Cups here, where we have somebody who's kind of envisioning a new partnership for themselves. They're imagining being single also, like maybe, and this doesn't have to be related to your love life, but it might be. This could be somebody who's envisioning what would it be like to be away from this toxic energy, to be on my own. This could be somebody who's kind of trying to imagine themselves like in a more peaceful state with maybe a different soulmate dynamic happening here, or a new partnership in some way. And this is somebody who's kind of facing a crossroads. This deck, I'm going to move it over here so I can't see it anymore. But this Two of Swords is someone who's kind of at a mental, emotional crossroads. We could have somebody here who's contemplating where their heart is, who their heart belongs to. With this King of Swords in the reverse, this is somebody who's kind of afraid to speak their truth, afraid to speak their mind, and that goes right under this Five of Cups, where we have somebody who's just being, I don't know if it's like verbally bullied every day, or just an energy of feeling emotion, like there's just this real toxic energy here, and somebody here who's having a hard time speaking out about what it is that they need, how they're feeling, what's been going on, or they haven't been talking about it, they haven't been communicating about it. There's a real energy of possible altercations or like disagreements, arguing. And I have the Seven of Pentacles. This is, you sat on this feeling for as long as you could. You tried hard, Aries. You really, really did. You gave it your all. You did your best to change and to grow. And, you know, you did everything that you knew to do. And for whatever reason, it just seems like it's been more of the same and more of the same. And things might get better for a little while. But there was a lot of isolation for you. You felt lonely for a long time within this relationship dynamic, or you felt like you didn't have what you needed. You may have felt like it was just yelling and arguing all the time. And I have the Page of Cups that comes out on top of this Two of Cups, and on top of this Nine of Pentacles here. So we have somebody here who needs to send a message of kindness, love, friendship, apology, support, something like that, and that feels like you. And it feels like it's very much the same message as this Page of Wands. You may be reaching out to a friend to talk to them about what you've been experiencing. You may be reaching out to a new... possibly somebody that you know through work, like asking around, is there another position that I could take, something that would be healthier? Is there anything healthier than this? Healthier, for sure. I have the Ten of Swords that popped over on the top of this deck. The Ten of Swords is that minor arcana of the Death card. It can be a breakup energy. This is somebody here who's having to watch kind of like the reality of their life, like the Jerry Springer version of their life. This is somebody who's like saying, look at the horrors of what we've created here. How do I get myself out of this situation? I agree. All right, how do we help you? Zoinks. And I got the Death card under that. Alrighty, so we've got this real energy of needing to leave this situation behind, both physically, emotionally, and as well as mentally. All right, this is something that you need to, I think these are your words for yourself. Obviously, I don't know who you are, so I don't mean to boss you. I don't know what your situation is, but it would appear with these energies being on the table that you're begging yourself to remove yourself from whatever this toxic situation is. And I think that you're ready to. I think there's someone or something else that's attracted your attention that feels much healthier or feels more balanced, or there's a place that you want to take action towards moving towards that is not this. And how do we help you communicate about this is the real question, because that seems to be the problem. This real underlying issue here, Aries, is that you aren't expressing yourself here and you're not telling people how you truly feel, and it's built up over time. I have the Two of Wands. Oh, look at you, you cutie. So that's a repeat card for that one too. So you're really, really ready to start seeking more healthy partnership in your life. And you are saying, I'm hearing you say, I just want somebody to listen to me. I just want someone to hear me. I just want to be heard, and I want to be someplace peaceful. And I have the Tower card. So basically, you're not going to have to, I just had got really nervous. So this Tower goes right on top of this Knight of Wands here, and right on top of this Ten of Swords and this Death card. And I was saying, what's it going to take for you to express yourself? Well, the moment's coming soon, Aries. There's going to be a moment here, probably within the next 7 or 8 days, where we have some kind of fall down moment here. And there's going to be some kind of, it can be argument, could be a fight, or something that causes you to get up and move quickly with this Knight of Wands. And it's like you say, okay, well, if that's the way it's going to be, then okie dokie, I'm out the door. And it feels like bags picked up and walked out, like into the cab, off we go. Whatever that looks like for you. And that really is this moment. This is this moment where you somehow managed to remove yourself from this situation, from whatever this toxicity is. And it could come from an argument here, for sure, but it does propel you into a state of independence. This Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana of the Empress, but this is someone who's in business for themselves. This is the energy of single person, very much away from toxic energies. And this frees you up to start looking in a different direction for partnership. I don't know if you're already there. It feels like you are. It feels like you've been riding on this railway for way too long, and you've been sitting on the fence for way too long. And this is the week where you finally jump on one side or the other. And that frees you up to seek new partnership in your life. It really, really does. And it's very interesting how this is all unfolding so quickly. But I think that it's because you've had all of these underlying emotions and feelings for so long, Aries, that they've stacked up for so long. You've been dealing with this toxicity and you've been really isolated in it. And so you've had time to think about it, it feels like. And so you know what you want, and you definitely know what you don't want. And it feels like this is the week where it topples down and it releases you. Alrighty, that was your reading for the week, Aries. Thank you all so much for letting me read for you. Thank you for those of you who've hung in here all night. Thank you so much to those of you who moderate. Thanks, Jess, for being here, and I really appreciate you. If you want to book a personal reading with me, all that information is around here if you're watching it on Facebook. If you watch this later on YouTube when I timestamp it all, that information is in the About section of our channel. I love you all very much, and I will catch up with you next week. Have a wonderful, beautiful weekend. See you soon.